Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome back to The Explainer. If you're looking to decode the real mechanics behind deep, personal transformation, you are absolutely in the right place today. We're analyzing a profoundly fascinating text beautifully titled The Trinity of Inner Radiance. And look, this isn't just high-level philosophy. It's a practical, structural map for your own inner world. Today, we're taking a highly visual journey of personal discovery, tracking exactly how your own tiny, hidden spark of potential transforms into something truly magnificent.
So, what does it actually mean to be enlightened? We hear that word thrown around constantly, right? Often it's treated as this mystical, floating, totally abstract concept. But our source text today does something completely brilliant. It strips away all that mystery. It breaks enlightenment down into a clear, visual, three-stage journey. Think of it like nature. We're going to track the natural evolution of your inner light, watching it grow from a single, buried seed into a robust sprout, and finally, into a radiant beacon that lights up the entire forest. Here is our roadmap for this explainer. Stage 1, knowing yourself. Stage 2, beyond the self. And finally, Stage 3, true integration. As you'll see, our source gives us this beautifully simple, step-by-step roadmap. Step 1 is individuation, leading to Step 2, awakening, which ultimately culminates in Step 3, enlightenment. It's absolutely crucial to notice the progression here. Each stage cumulatively builds on the one before it. You literally can't skip straight to the end. You have to start down in the dirt. You have to start with the seed.
So, let's start right there. Stage 1, knowing yourself.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the formatting. Look at those capital letters and the double exclamation marks. Knowing yourself. Individuation isn't just some clunky psychological jargon. It's the intense, absolute core of this entire journey. It's that moment you discover your initial spark. Think of it like a unique seed cracking open in a vast forest and pushing its roots deep into the soil. What makes you, you? What are your specific nutrients? You have to define the exact boundaries of your own unique seed before any real growth can happen. This deep individuation is the non-negotiable anchor for everything that follows.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Stage 2, beyond the self.
If individuation was your seed laying down strong roots, awakening is when that little sprout finally breaks through the topsoil and, wow, suddenly feels the sun. It's disruptive but totally beautiful. You're recognizing you are beyond this self. You're stepping out of that isolated little shell, looking around and realizing, hey, there's a massive forest ecosystem out here. You see that while your root system is entirely unique to you, you share the exact same soil and breathe the same air as everything else. You're far more than just your isolated ego. You're part of these vast, interconnected woods.
Which brings us to the climax of our journey, Stage 3, true integration.
This is where your deep internal work crashes into external reality. On the left, we've got individuation, knowing your unique self, that distinct little seed. And on the right, awakening, recognizing you're beyond the self, part of this vast forest. At first glance, you might think, wait, aren't these total opposites? I mean, how can you be completely unique but also entirely part of the whole? The real challenge is figuring out how the two actually connect. So the crucial point is this. Enlightenment is integrating both aspects of your individuation and awakening. It's the ultimate mashup. You don't lose your totally unique identity when you realize you're part of the big picture. Actually, scratch that. It's more like you supercharge it. You combine them. You become this fully realized, deeply rooted, highly individual tree that actively breathes life into the whole forest. You bring your fully known self right into the vastness of the world.
And that leads us to shining your divine spark.
Once you hit that integration phase, there's a massive shift. We move from just internal discovery to real-world action. The text gives us this absolutely incredible equation. Enlightenment equals being the light of the world. And this brilliantly illustrates that enlightenment is a highly active, radiant state. It's not about sitting quietly in a cave somewhere. Because you've nailed that deep individuation work and awakened to your connection with everything else, your tree doesn't just exist, it blooms. It throws off light and energy to the entire ecosystem around it.
And I love this next part because the text makes it a totally inclusive, empowering truth. We are all lights of this world. There's no exclusive VIP club here. Every single one of you watching this explainer right now is a vital light in this broader natural ecosystem. Your specific light is desperately needed, which, by the way, is exactly why that Stage 1 individuation was so critical. The forest doesn't need a million identical pine trees, right? It needs your specific, unique radiance.
The Source wraps everything up with this profound directive: let the divine spark within you shine out through you. It brings the whole metaphor full circle. That tiny, seed-like spark we talked about at the very beginning, the one you discovered when you did the hard work of truly knowing yourself, well, it's evolved. Through integration, it's become this radiant light literally pouring out into the world. It shines out through you.
So having tracked this wild journey from a buried little seed to a brilliant, fully integrated beacon, I want to leave you with this one final thought. How will you let your unique light shine in your world today? You've got the map right in front of you. Individuate, awaken, integrate. That spark is already in there, perfectly unique to you. It's just waiting for you to let it shine. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me, and I'll catch you next time.